symptoms. It's not too invasive, but it's a hard few weeks of recovery in a hospital, and I have a lot of allergies to medications, but I am hoping for the best. Thank you so much to everyone here, you all are wonderful. Second update 3 weeks later. I caught wind of my original post and first update being shared in another sub. I truly wasn't expecting that. Most of the comments were very supportive, but I want to address some of the issues that were brought up. My story isn't fake. It never was fake. It never will be fake, I wish it was. This story was not fabricated due to my alleged hatred of men, as a few individuals commented. I don't hate men. I do hate some of their behaviors, but I would fully hope someone would call me out if I acted that way. It's a mutual feeling. I wouldn't expect someone to put up with me acting like a prick. One of the things that was brought up was my medical records and my diagnoses. I'll try to be as concise as possible. My medical records contain damning information. 2 of my correct diagnoses are recorded in these records. However, the verbal diagnoses and treatment plans, both on paper and verbally, were completely different. I was treated for issues I did not have. Yes, I do know that blood thinners do not treat intracranial hypertension, it's usually Diamox, but blood thinners are what I was prescribed. In other words, my former doctor knew he was misdiagnosing me. He was fully aware, he is not stupid. He is likely a narcissist. I developed hemiplegia with migraines at the beginning of this year, I do not know why. And I may never know. The cluster headaches, too, I do not know what caused them. There is ambiguity in some of this information because it is still ongoing. There is still more to be uncovered. I am heavily considering nerve decompression surgery, or even removal of the occipital nerves. I found stories of other patients, both men and women, as a few individuals assumed that I was only recounting stories from women, online, and even through Reddit. These stories will not be involved in my lawsuit. I found them to see if there was a pattern of negligence on my former doctor's part, and this proved to be correct. This doctor has harmed both men and women. I do not believe he was only harming women. Finally, onto the small update. The case is underway. It is very unlikely to go to trial. I have too much on him for any sort of major defense. I'm hopeful, but this entire thing is so emotional for me. It's hurtful to know people assume I am lying about my story, but it's Reddit. These people don't know me, and I'm not going to spend hours upon hours trying to convince strangers of my truth. They weren't there. Thank you to everyone who has offered kindness and support. I really appreciate it. I will update one final time when my case is settled. Until then, I'm just trying to heal psychologically and physically. Third update 5 months later. Hi everyone. I just wanted to share this without it becoming a long wall of text. I was admitted to the hospital last night after what I believe to be a 7-day and counting migraine. It took me making a scene and probably coming off as a bit ridiculous to have anyone